Let's pull up TikTok. Maybe TikTok won't hate this game. We'll see. Anything that has to do with coins or anything of that variety, TikTok goes crazy. It says, "Oh, we're limiting your life. We're restricting your life." Every time. We'll see what happens. So we have that up. And select live sources. Shorts. Activate selected. Out. That's up. Your stage is calling. Wow, thanks. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And boom. Perfect. That looks so good now. Outstanding. Let's see what you got here. I guess they don't have Raccoin here. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. Guess I'll just go to chat and interview. And no, anything that has to do with like anything resembling that could potentially be misinterpreted as like something that has to do with actual real money. TikTok's like, no, we can't have that on there. So that's kind of cute. One moment while I find things to put up on here. Uh, where's God at when you need him? One moment, hold on. I'm doing something. Here comes Jordan, big tongue wobbling, going through the air like a big dumb goblin. Going through the air like a big dumb goblin. Oh, figured that was gonna repeat. Oh, figured that was gonna repeat. Pizza, 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 huh, huh, pizza, pizza, pizza. Perfect, I fixed it. I'm so good at this. Wow. Best streamer on the planet, me. Yeah, he was getting tortured on stream. I seen that. Yep. I feel like everybody always wants to share depressing news with me. I gotta appreciate it. You guys come in here and talk about depressing news. No. There's a whole news story. Well, sounds depressing. That sounds real depressing. Hey, Saros, I can't really get into working out. Do you have any tips for getting into working out? I think working out, you gotta think about working out as seem very open to deep conversation. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. I'm open to anything, honestly. I'm just a guy. I'm just a fella. It doesn't always, you don't always have to have deep conversation. I want to point this out. You can just have regular, you can have regular day-to-day conversation. Sorry about that. You can have regular day-to-day conversation. You can just talk to people and just not have traumatizing conversation. Did you know that? You can just have a regular conversation with somebody. You can just do that. It's a very fun thing to do. You don't always have to give somebody your entire backstory. Did you know that? Did you know that? But that makes sense. You could just have a genuine night. You could just speak. You could be like, "Hey guys, I'm doing really good in soccer today. I hit 20 push-ups." You could do that. That's also fun. That's also a nice conversation to have. That's also really cool. Is that not cool? Is that not fun? Anyways, working out is more of a rebellion against decay. That's how you gotta feel it. Never leave your videos feeling super serious about the world despite topics. I'm like, I appreciate you making stuff, man. I'm just a guy. I've done nothing more than just talk. I feel I've just spoken words. I treat YouTube more like a diary. Hey, what's up, sub content? What's the time for me? I'm no good. I hate everyone. That's funny. I say I'm gonna go on a tangent about working out because I love working out. Yeah, I love working out. It helps. Working out makes you feel good. It's really good. I recommend if you're doing nothing with your life, at least work out. Because let's think about it like this, right? You're expected to pay rent. You're expected to do all this other garbage. Working out is as if you're breathing with a purpose. That's what it feels. Because you're sculpting your body for yourself. I think that's the important part about working out. Doing it for yourself. Looking at yourself and saying, oh, I'm going to work out for me. You got to be able to do it for yourself, though. That's what it is. I don't think we're built to sit in chairs for 12 hours a day or doom scrolling about the collapse of society or all this garbage. I think we're built to chase things, to throw, to lift, to dance. I think that's what we're supposed to do. Every muscle you train is going to help you feel better about existing. It's just going to make you feel as if you don't just be here. Enjoy your nap. That's the important part to me about working out because it makes you feel good. Exercise is a conversation, right? That's what it is. A conversation between your past self and your future self and your present self. It's a conversation between all yourselves all at once saying, we're going to do this today. And that's really important to want to do it today. It helps you get up. It helps you get up. That's what it is. It's outstanding to do so. I think every time you work out, you're telling yourself, thank you me for not giving up on myself. I think that's important to have that kind of mindset when it comes to working out because you have to thank yourself for actually still being there for you because not many people are going to be there for you. You're going to have to be there for yourself. That's a large part of working out. I think there's something primal about it too, almost embarrassingly primal about getting strong. It's like unlocking a cheat code that no one else told you about, because when you get strong and feel strong, you feel good about yourself. You feel as if you can take over the world when you get stronger, especially when it comes from devotion of the heart. It is so good to feel strong, to just have a strength about yourself that other people don't grasp. That's a good thing to have too. Just a deep strength. It also helps with your mental health because it helps you destroy things about that variety. That's pretty cool, Brutus. That's nice. Peace Invader. I think that also helps as well. I think that's important. I think a lot of people don't understand that lifting heavy things makes your brain feel lighter about existing. It makes you feel good when you can lift heavy. It makes your brain say, I can do good task. I can lift heavy. When you can lift heavy, that's an important thing to have with your life. Running until your lungs burn, it helps with your anxiety because you're just running. It helps clear your mind. It's just nuts. You don't need a therapist to tell you that movement matters, because it does. Moving around is viciously important. It is so important to move around. I don't know if it's controversial to say you should work out. I might have to be if you don't know you need to work out. It's really good to work out. You're sure we're in the same size physically. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just about feeling good. Mobility. That's the answer thing. A lot of people will say they're not athletic. I'm gonna tell you, if you think you're not athletic, then shut up. This is how I feel. You don't have to be athletic to work out. You can just work out for the sake of it. I think that's also important, to work out for the sake of working out, For the love of the game. A lot of people don't do things for the love of the game nowadays. They do it to attain some bigger goal. It's good to have goals, but don't have that be the main purpose of you working out. That's not good. There are other ways to do this. It's better to be more apt when it comes to that. And when I say movement, I'm talking about every bit of movement. I'm talking about walking and all the other stuff too. Every bit of movement is important. All of it together, collectively. The crawling, stretching, rolling around in your living room like a feral little animal. That's important too. I think the point is not to be perfect when you work out. It's just to actually work out, to actually move around. I think the point is participation. Even a bad workout is... Here for your strings. I love you, bro. You got banned? How'd you get banned? I don't even know how you got banned. Get the chocolate coins. Doing my best. It would take a lot to get banned from my chat. Actually, I'm actually a little impressed you got banned. The amount of effort it would take to get banned is crazy. What'd you get banned from? How did you get banned is the real question. It take from if you got banned from my streams, that's a crazy. Why do you feel afraid? I'm not afraid of anything. What's going on? Dude, you walk with a purpose. There's this myth that keeps perpetuating a lot of times when you see someone that's smart that they have to be fragile physically. You can be smart and athletic. I think it's important to be both of those things all at once. I keep seeing people think they have to be one or the other. You can be both. You are allowed to be both fragile and strong at the same exact time. It is very important to be a duality when it comes to how you are as a human being. Ooh, more of these. Just putting coins out here. Isn't fitness toxic? Yeah, there is some fitness that's toxic. Some people make it about shame, about punishment, about guilt. But I say, screw them. Working out should be joyful. It should be chaotic. It should be fun. It should be moving your body. You don't have to be good at it. You just have to believe you're worthy of doing the workout. I think that's the thing about working out that nobody wants to go through. It's just you can be working out all the time. I think if you can, if you're able-bodied, you should be moving your able body, is how I feel. I think moving your able body, whatever it may be, is very, very important. I think a lot of people get caught up in their head about how things should operate, but yeah. Fitness in itself is not toxic. Fitness is outstanding. Fitness is great. Fitness is always good. Use it or lose it indeed. So yeah. You gotta just keep working out. I think that's important. He will save us from the mindset. I will do my best. I will do my best. Probably gonna do some squats later. That's pretty good. So should I do, what is that? Should I do cardio first or weightlifting? Weightlifting first, wait like 7 hours, then do cardio if you're going to do them in the same day. I'd say do that. That would be the best method for working out. Because then you'll be able to do both. Doing it in one day is not recommended though. I would not recommend doing both in one day. I'd recommend doing something different. Is what I'd recommend. If you can. It's up to you. It's your body, it's your choice. Do what you gotta do. But that's my personal recommendation for working out. Leg stuff is not necessarily harder for everybody. That's the thing. It depends. For me, leg stuff is really easy. I'm really good at leg stuff. Not today, Tony. Not today. I'm really good with leg stuff. Leg stuff, I might be the best when it comes to leg stuff, honestly. I'm really good at it. But no, I'm not. This is a game. This is fun. What do you do when you outgrow your friends? You know, okay, that's fair. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Not all music is for everybody. That's just life. What do you do when you outgrow your friends? I'll let you too, Cal. Outgrowing your friends is heartbreaking, I think, because you outgrow people that you thought were gonna be around for a while. That's a hard thing to get over, honestly, because they're your friends. I'm not being genuine here. They are your friends, though. They are your friends. Let me get through this shop, and I will talk about it. Let me get through this. Hold on. There we go. We're doing good now. We're getting some motion. Okay. I think outgrowing your friends is a bit necessary because it's not like a funeral or a breakup. It's a slow burn, and it burns at your rib cages. It hurts. It happens in pieces. It doesn't happen all at once whenever you outgrow your friends, because you'll notice one thing that happens about it, and you'll feel like you destroy things. It's not good. So that sucks. Because maybe you're not laughing at the same things anymore, or thank you for following me, I appreciate it. Maybe their jokes start to be horrible or sting, or maybe they're insulting you a bit too much. You don't want to be around that, and that sucks. That just wouldn't be good. Maybe you're performing for them, but it starts slow. It starts small. I think growing sometimes means shedding, even if it's people that you thought were going to be around for a while.
100 bits and says 100.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Donated 100 bits and says 100.
Thank you.
Button Poop has donated 100.
Oh, it's going to restart a few times. There it goes. Hold on, there's too many streams up on my thing. There we go. Perfect. Think of it as if you're a tree. I'm gonna use it on TikTok doing a post, but how'd you get so allergic? Do you read, or how do you cultivate your brain? Let me show you my favorite book. I got this book called The Prince of Milk. It's a really good book. I'd recommend reading this book if you have the time. The Prince of Milk is a really good book. I read a lot. I'm a huge advocate for reading. I spend most of my day at work reading a lot of different books. It's very, very important to do so, to just read a lot of books. So I would go crazy just reading. That's the best method I could probably give you, reading, because reading mentally just helps so much. A lot of people don't do that. It's called The Prince of Milk by Xerbia. It's outstanding. I'm not really intelligent though. I usually recoil what my favorite authors say, or something of that variety. That's usually how I operate, because they usually say something that will have me thinking or second guessing my own life, and that helps me out indefinitely with how to operate as a person, because having a bigger mentor in a book helps me out a lot, especially reading their stories and learning from their mistakes. It makes me feel as though I'm not messing up that bad, because they show me they can develop characters and make people that are more outstanding than I've ever been. Hey, thanks for the jewels. I appreciate that. Okay, UFOs. Well, this is important. There's a difference between intelligence and there's a difference between wisdom. I'm more wise than I am intelligent, and I think people misconstrue my wisdom for intelligence. Our buddy Atticus is fine. I think misconstrue those two things, which meshes things up a little bit, because they're two. To me, they're two different things. To me, they're two wildly different things. You can't exchange. Oh, I should probably get that out of here. That's no good. Let me see here. I don't get. So that helps out. I'm not necessarily smart. I'm not necessarily a smart guy, to be quite honest with you. I'm not necessarily smart. I wouldn't consider myself smart. I know smart people, and I would not consider myself in the same pedigree as those people that are actually smart. I wouldn't consider myself in that same echelon. And that's not a dig at myself or an insult. I just know how I am. Do I like cute pictures of dogs? Not really. I don't really care about cute pictures of animals, to be quite honest with you. I am not easily moved by pictures of animals at all, to be quite honest with you. Oh yeah, sorry, back to you. Sorry. The serious part is that people change, right? And you're not always going to be able to understand those changes. Change is unkind to the bonds you swore were unbreakable. One of the most human things you'll ever do is look at somebody you once adored and say, I love you, but I can't grow here. And it's not because they're bad, and it's not because you're better, it's because your paths diverge in ways you can't reconcile. Love doesn't always survive evolution. And that's a hard thing to accept about people, because sometimes you have to love yourself more than the people around you. And that's going to suck in your life. That's going to be a horrifying thing that happen to you. It is going to be one of the most horrifying, evil things you can do. It's a dark beauty when it comes to outgrowing people, because the realization that you're finally becoming the person your younger self needed. Maybe your old friends don't get it. Maybe they missed the version of you that needed permission to speak, to dream, to be weird. But your silence is no longer an apology. Your existence becomes no longer negotiable. You're blooming, and they're still watering the pot you broke out of years ago. Some friends stay, some evolve with you, and some stay rooted while you take flight. That doesn't mean they're failures. That doesn't mean they didn't matter. They were the how do I describe it? The scaffolding that helped you build higher. They were the chapter that taught you what you love. It's okay. It's fine. It's how people grow. It's how we heal. You can thank them. You can miss them. But you got to keep walking. It's not about losing people. It's about becoming more of yourself as time goes on. Because you have to become the most version of yourself. That's the hardest part of how it happens. That's just what happens. That's the hardest part about the entirety of it. I think gaining clarity is very difficult, because after realizing what you need from connection, you have to understand that depth matters more than duration. That presence is louder than proximity, and that being alone is not the same as being lonely. Sometimes solitude is where your next friendship will quietly begin, and sometimes that friendship is just with yourself. And that can become hard, because you may not like yourself, so you have to learn to like yourself. And that's also an important path of growing and being better. Because you think about this, right? Think about this. This is for the person that asked for this. You don't shame butterflies for growing into, well, you don't shame caterpillars into growing for butterflies. We don't guilt trees for losing leaves to survive the winter. So don't guilt yourself to becoming different than you were when you were 17 or 20 or yesterday. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to hurt. You're supposed to feel a little lost. That means you're still changing, still human, still alive. And you're going to want to reach out to them a lot, and that's going to suck. You're going to want to reach out to them, but it's not going to be easy. I think that the hardest part, and this happened with me, right? Hardest with me, is that outgrowing your friends is going to be doubtful. You're going to say, should I stayed? But the truth is, maybe, but also maybe not. Maybe you outgrew the way they never let you cry without making it about themselves. Maybe you outgrew the way they laughed when you dreamed. Maybe you just grew up, and that's allowed and that's necessary. Letting go doesn't always have to be some big thing, some grand thing. That's not always a big fight. It's most times when you outgrow your friends, it is going to be silent. Sometimes it's forgetting to reply. It's not being invited. It's seeing them thrive without you and feeling a strange mixture of pride and distance. But that's okay. The story goes on. And so does yours. Intersections are temporary. Chapters end, but the book is still being written about you, if that makes sense. In the end, outgrowing people teaches you this. Loyalty should never come at the cost of your becoming. No friendship is worth shrinking for. No bond ever is worth burying your voice. Ever. And if you have to dim your light for someone to stay close, you're not standing next to a friend. You're standing next to a shadow that used to be someone you loved. A friendship is not a contract. It is, let me think of an analogy here. It's a poem. Friendship is a poem. And not all poems rhyme. Some end abruptly. Some leave you wondering. Some leave a line or two echoing in your mind for years. You don't owe anyone the unfinished version of yourself. You owe them honesty. And you owe yourself something. And that's everything. You owe yourself something to becoming. You are amazing. I believe in you. So I'm proud of you. So yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. Oh, sorry. I was replying because the guy asked me. He asked me about what to do about that. Thank you. If I help somebody with that, that's cool. I'm not. I'm just giving answers from my own experience. Is how I'm usually doing this. Is how I'm operating. Are you into topics? I was doing in linguistics. I was interested. I was in. Are you into the topic I was in? Does a linguistics? I was interested in a top. Oh, thanks, Ray. When do you know when you're ready to love someone? When do I know when I'm ready to love someone? So, all right. Let me think. Hold up a second. When do I know when I'm ready to love someone? I think that depends on how you view a good relationship. Because I think a good relationship, I think TikTok destroys. I had a story reading that too, Caleb. I don't know what you were saying there. I'm so sorry. I didn't really know how to reply to that. I don't know how to answer that. So, a lot of people think relationships are built on like grand gestures and big old things and, oh, I got to get this person a gift or this or something of that variety. I got to get this person the amazement things. I got to go out of my way for this. You got to get authentic couple selfies and matching hoodies. I think you got to be ready for a good relationship and know that you're looking beyond that. Because if you want to give them all this stuff, but you don't know them, then that becomes a big issue because you fall in love with the idea of a person rather than the actual person in themselves. And that will cause you to fail 9 times out of 10. And you don't want to be failing when you just started. That sucks. No, you can. I don't think that's true, Maestro, because you can love somebody and still need something from them. You can use somebody in that way. I think this is important to me. A good relationship is built in the quiet trenches of real life. It's like mismatched schedules and midnight breakdowns. It's those days where you're bored. It's like the romance is stale and the laundry isn't done. Because if you're looking at a fairy tale and thinking of them as a fairy tale, you got to look past that. Because loving is a decision. It's a commitment to hold the mirror up even when you don't like the reflection it shows and to love it anyway. That's when you know when you're in love. When you see things you dislike about them and still want to be around them. When you see things you hate about yourself but you want to change in a better way, in a healthy way for them. Because this is the worst part. Healthy doesn't always equal attractive. So that's the worst part. That sucks too. That's the worst part. It's a horrifying nature in that way. So that sucks. I think a good relationship isn't just about love. If you're looking for a good relationship, it's about choosing each other again and again, even when it's easy not to. I think it comes with stuff like regular stuff, communication. Not like tell me how your day was, but like actual communication, like raw, uncomfortable, ego-killing communication where it actually hurts. That's also an important part of growing in communication. It's saying, man, this hurt me, but I'm trusting you to hear me kind of communication. It means being willing to be misunderstood until clarity comes, just over and over again. Not making assumptions is huge too. It's kind of saying what you mean even when it might not be received well, because you know you're with that person so they can listen and you can listen to them, and not waiting for your turn to speak, but speaking when it's admissible. That's an important aspect too. And that's going to suck. That's going to suck really bad. I don't think love is wrapped in deep politeness. If you're not bleeding your honestly into the dialogue, then you're just coexisting with the other person. And you have to look for it. I think also this is going to suck for a lot of people. especially clingy people, space is super important. Holy. When I say space is so important in relationships, people get so mad when I bring that up because you need space. You just need space. You got to have space. If you don't have space in a relationship, you are going to ruin it 9 times out of 10. Because loving someone doesn't mean becoming them. It doesn't mean attaching yourself into an emotional barnacle to their every move. It's stupid. It means respecting the individuality you can bring into the relationship. Because that's what you're going to be bringing into a relationship. You're going to bring you into the relationship. And if you can bring you without sacrificing you into the relationship, that's going to be amazing. Because I think people blur the line between union and codependence. There's a big difference. Because you're not halves, right? You're not half of another person, right? You're not half another person. You are your whole people choosing to walk parallel paths. Let them breathe and let yourself breathe. And a big thing that happens in relationships is, oh my, trust. That's the worst one. I think trust is the worst detractor and destructor of common day relationships, is just not trusting your partner at all. That's just the worst. It's just, well, I don't trust my partner because my partner did this and I don't do that. If you can't trust your partner, why are you even with them? Like, if you genuinely can't trust your partner, you should not be with them. That's just how I feel. And I don't mean the trust where it's a Disney kind. I guess Disney would be the best, like the Hallmark, where it's like, I just know. You never just know. You never just know. You can't just know. You have to build that trust. It has to be gritty. It comes with consistency, time, and a ridiculous amount of small moments that say, I've got you. Because trust is super hard to build. It's super hard to get, but it's essential. It's deeply essential. It's the most essential part of a relationship. Trusting your partner, trusting that they won't mess you up, trusting that you can trust them. That's huge. And a lot of people don't have that in a lot of their common day-to-day relationships. They don't have trust, just that the other person just won't ruin them or destroy them. And that's really depressing. I pity those people that go through that. It's really sad. So that's bad. You have to trust your partner. Like, you have to. It's crucial. It is disgustingly crucial. It might be the most crucial thing in any relationship to actively say, I trust you. And that's going to hurt for a lot of people, because a lot of people just don't trust people. But you got to. And that's a lot of people don't have that. It's going to be horrifying. It's going to be horrifying. You do need respect too. I think trust doesn't fall from the sky. Trust is kind of built like showing up. It does hurt to trust. But you have to. I think this is how you build trust to me. You show up. Even when you're tired, when you're uncomfortable, when it sucks, when you hate the other person, when they make you pissed. That is trust to me. That is an important kind of trust that is much more important than anything else. Showing up when you can't. Showing up when it's impossible to show up. That's the most important and significant kind of trust to me. Where you see the other person and you're agitated, you're pissed with them. You say, "Oh, I'm mad. I can't be here for this," but still choosing to be there when you're tired, when you're wrong, especially when it's inconvenient. It's not checking their phone because you trust they'll tell you what it matters. It's in the not needing to ask. Right? It's not needing to ask. I'm playing Raccoin is the name of the game. I think also this is just important, and this is for a lot of you guys out here. Argue better. I mean this so much. Stop trying to win fights. If your relationship is a battleground, no one wins, especially not your intimacy. Learn how to fight with respect. Learn how to say I'm hurt instead of saying you suck. The way you argue is the blueprint for the way you love under stress. Healthy conflict doesn't destroy connection. It refrains it. It tunes it up. It's not a teardown. You have to want to understand them, not just their favorite color or how they like their coffee, but why they flinch at certain jokes, why they freeze in certain emotions, like what kind of ghost they carry and what words they need to hear when those ghosts rise up. You don't have to be a therapist, but you do have to be curious. Empathy, to me, and this is important, is the most radical form of intimacy there is. And this, I'm just going to keep going. I think it's important to have consistency. Passion is significantly overrated. Passion is significantly overrated. I think passion is great. I think it's amazing to have passion, but I don't think passion should be the basis of everything. I think passion is fine, but I don't think passion is always healthy for a lot of people. I think a lot of people would prefer over passion. Perhaps consistency would treat them better. I've seen so many people say, I'm passionate. I'm so passionate about my partner. But do you know them? Do you know them? Do you know them? Refuse to discuss or rarely argue. Thank you so much. That's the issue. That's the issue. That's the issue. That's such a big issue. It's such a big issue. And I hate it. I genuinely despise when people don't want to have conversations. Don't forget to have fun. Romance is fun. It's important to fun. Oh yeah, sorry. I had another point I wanted to bring up. So, give me someone who texts back when they say they will. Give me someone who remembers. Hey, thank you very much for the 100 bits.
100. Poop has donated 100 bits and says 100.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Love does not live in fireworks. It lives in follow through. Reliability is very beautiful. Reliability is intimacy in action. That's good. That's good. If you can rely on a person, oh, that's good. That's really good. So yeah, being fun is good. That's always good. Laughter is the glue that holds everything together. That's always good. Always laugh with your partner. A lot of people don't laugh. I don't think your partner is supposed to fix you either. I know it sucks to hear that, because your partner is not your unpaid therapist. Your redemption arc, your emotional life jacket, you are not there to complete each other. You are there to witness each other, to be soft places to land, to hold hands, not each other's traumas. Do your own healing, but grow together, not through each other. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like you can grow in that way. That's also important to do so. That's important too. Also, stop comparing. Please stop comparing. I think a big thing that happens is social media isn't real. Your love is not a brand, and your partner isn't your co-star in your public performance. Your relationship does not need a comment section. It needs privacy, safety, and sacredness. Touch matters. Physical intimacy matters. That's always important. Saying thank you matters. Being gratitude. Say I appreciate you. And say it from your heart. Hold space for change. Hold space for people. That's always good. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to try. Try to be better than what you were yesterday. That's always important. And love yourself too. Just love yourself too. You said what? Make everybody an enemy? They do. You're right. You're right about that. They have the exact same skin in the game. Exact same skin in the game. They do. It is gonna suck. It is gonna suck to allow someone in your life, but you have to allow them. It's gonna suck. Oh yeah, it did. It sucks. So you said how to not make everybody your enemy. Okay, so I think that more so comes with being a better version of yourself, because you got to realize that no one's out to get you. Nobody has any arch nemesis. No one has any arch nemesis at all. No one has that. No one in any capacity has. You know, it's crazy. I talk like this regularly most of the time, and this is how I make videos all the time. I just do this whenever I'm rambling, and people say that I script this stuff. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. That's how you get it, Janice. That's how you get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I feel like this is just how I talk like this so often. This is how I speak most of the time. This is just my speech patterns and how I have conversation, and it's always just destroyed. Okay, so I think what you need to focus on is being a better person, and it's the hard part to be a better person overall, because you can't just read a self-help book or watch some influencers 5 a.m. morning routine vlog. You got to admit to yourself, this is how you stop having made people your enemy, that you're not the best version of yourself. You could be a garbage version of yourself, and that's okay. You are not a machine waiting for a software update. You're a walking contradiction. You have trauma, you have joy, disappointment, you got memes. Growth doesn't begin with perfection. It begins with permission. Permission to admit that the version of you that survived isn't a version that has to stay. And if you don't trust people in order to survive, you gotta learn that that's not healthy. It's not healthy to have a mindset where you're fighting all the time, where you're trying to have a battle. Because who are you in combat with, right? Who are you in combat with? You gotta be disgustingly honest with yourself and say, I don't mean journaling about your goals. No, I mean looking yourself in a mirror and saying, what am I avoiding? Right? Who am I pretending to be? What rot have I wrapped in gold foil just to make it bearable? Self-deception is a soft prison, and every better version of yourself starts with a jailbreak, and that's gonna suck. I say stop chasing the aesthetic improvement. I want to point this out. I work out every day. I work out every day, right? I work out every day. And I want to point this out. Nobody has any real enemies. Like nobody genuinely has any true enemies. You can say you have enemies. You can try your best to, but in reality, nobody has any real enemies. And you're gonna say, but what about the people fighting for my rights? What about this? What about that? What is this? What is that? I'm gonna keep it a stack with you and keep it a beam with you. This is very important. This is insanely important. You don't have any enemies. If you keep having the mindset that you have enemies, you will call yourself the victim. You will call yourself the victim all the time. Obviously, it's different. I'm gonna keep this a being. I don't care about your anecdotal garbage that you're gonna bring in here. A guy shot at me 3 days ago. I don't care about you. I don't care about your specific anecdotal garbage. I mean, in general, this is a very general statement. So I don't care. Enjoy that. If that happened to you, you need to reevaluate who you're around. That's your fault. Do something better. Grow up. Do better. How did that happen to you? I don't know. Be in a better environment. Grow. Welcome to the real world. Be better. I don't care. I just don't care. Phoenix, Arizona. Oh no, Tempe is so bad. Mesa, Arizona is so bad. Oh, Tempe is so bad. Oh, the desert sucks. I used to live in Arizona. Anyways, I live in Detroit now. Significantly worse than Detroit. Your decision. Of course I don't. Yeah, I don't. The block told me, informing me you blocked me is so cute. Anyways, I say stop chasing aesthetic improvement and start chasing just general improvement. That's important too. That's important to do so. I think the world doesn't need more people to look healed and not be able to apologize in real life. 28. I say do your shadow work. Sit with your jealousy, confront your laziness, get curious about your defensiveness. Healing is not pretty. It's screaming into your pillow at 2 a.m. and still choosing to get up the next day to make your bed. That's healing. It sucks. It does suck. And it is going to suck. Lames stay lames. I think they are talking to me because I am a loser, you see. If you think you're a loser, then that's a battle with yourself, because you're not a loser. You are not a loser. You can say you're a loser, but you're genuinely not a loser. You're not. You're just not a loser. You're not. I think you need discipline. Like if you care about what people say, you need discipline and not punishment. Punishment is not the best way to go about it. Discipline is the love language of the future self, and you have to teach yourself that. It's not about self-hatred disguised as motivation. Oh, I'm a loser. I got to do this. Oh, this is horrible. This is crazy. No, it's about recognizing that routines are not cages. They're scaffolding. You don't build a skyscraper by just wanting it badly. You build it by starting the construction process brick by brick, even on days when you don't want to show up for work. That's what if you do it. If people don't like you because they're autistic, then be around people that like you. That's what you gotta do. That's be around people that like you. That's important. Just know that you will lose people when you grow. That's just gonna happen. You're just gonna lose people when you grow. That's just reality. The more you grow, the more you may lose the people around you. The more people may not tend to understand you or may not want to understand you because you may be difficult. It is okay to be difficult. It is fine to be difficult. It is important to be difficult because you might just be growing. Some people liked you better when you were convenient, more compliant, more chaotic in a way that made their mess feel less smaller. Maybe they like you because your life was a tragedy and they don't like you because you're actually growing and it makes their life look bad. You have to love and learn yourself. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. You have to do that. Just be loud and not disruptive at the same exact time. Also, rest. A lot of people don't rest. A lot of people come in here tired. A lot of people come to my stream tired. They're like, I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I can't do this. I don't know what to doing. Rest. A lot of you guys don't know how to rest, which is really sad to me. I say resting is probably the best gift you can give yourself is taking a nap. Just a good old nap is what I'd say. You got to learn not to burn yourself out deeply. Also, this is the biggest thing a lot of you guys have a big issue with. It's forgiving yourself. Okay. Please forgive yourself for who you were when you didn't know better. The version of you was doing their best with limited tools, and hating them won't speed up your progress. It'll anchor you to your lowest tide. Regret is a teacher, not a prison guard. Let it instruct you, then release it. That is what you must do. Also, start saying no. Jesus Christ, start saying no. So many people just accept garbage to themselves all the time. Just start saying no. Just start saying no if you could, please. I really don't know why people don't. I genuinely don't know why people just don't start saying no. You can say no. You're allowed to just not do that. Don't really know. Well, let me buy some stuff here. I need coins. I'm a coin man. Hee hee ha hoo hoo. Gonna buy. I should just bought the other thing. So yeah, it's only gotten worse. We can be much cooler than this. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares if the world is horrible? Who cares if life is telling you that everything is bad all the time? Be good for yourself. Be good because you want to show up every day, because you want to be here. You get one go at this. Don't be worrying about every single bad thing just because you're hit with nothing. You're in depression economy all the time, complaining about, oh, my life is this bad. It's horrible. People are losing their lives and doing that. You gotta learn that your life is more important than that. Your life is deeply more important than that. My life is great. My life is amazing. My life is great. I don't care what bad things happen. I don't care about the schizophrenia I got going on. My life is great. Invest in curiosity. Read weird books. Watch the obscure documentary. Take a class just because it makes your brain giggle. The version of you is the better version of you is the one who doesn't flatten life into just work and sleep. It's the version of you that wants to know more. Not because it's useful. Don't even learn anything useful. Who cares if it's useful? Learn it because it's beautiful. Learn it because you do that. I don't answer only the YouTube comments, Arudo. I seen your things, Arudo. I have schizoaffective disorder. Yes, welcome to the real world. I think a lot of people want to be perfect, right? Hey, Sayla. I think a lot of people want to be deeply perfect, right? We completed all those. I believe that was all of them. Was that all of them? That was all of them. So we're going to do biologist now with paper card. You got to unlearn being perfect, right? I think perfection is destroying. You will never be good enough for everyone. I want to point this out. I think when I release a video, I get probably, I get probably average 1,000 views a video every day, right? I average 1,000 views a video. I don't care if 5 people watch my video. I don't care if 10 people watch my video. I'm still going to make videos. I'm still going to do that. A lot of people let other people's version and vision of themselves destroy themselves. And that sucks. That sucks. It sucks deeply. You got to surround yourself with people who challenge you. Not just comfort you, but actually challenge you. You gotta learn to do that. I think, is it like a low tier schizophrenia? No, it's horrible. My life, my brain is destructive and it hurts every day. But my life is perfect and I love every second of it because I'm alive. Because I'm here. Even if my brain is telling me horrible things all the time and it feels evil inside of my thoughts and I say horrifying things and I see visions of things that scare me with my whole chest and soul, guess what? I'm here. I'm here. I'm not going to talk about what I'm seeing because it ruins my perception of reality the more I acknowledge it. That is a horrifying thing to do. Never, if you know somebody else with schizophrenia, don't ask them, what do you see? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Because it takes a very, 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 very large amount of effort to actively be here. It takes a large amount of effort, but I'm here. I'm streaming. I'm making videos. I'm great. I am great. Tony the Tiger, I'm great. And I think that's what matters. I think that's what matters. You got to be gentle to yourself too. A lot of people don't know how to be gentle with themselves. Just angry and mean to themselves all the time for what? Just gain it. Just nothing but anger towards themselves. Oh, I'm such a bad person. I don't deserve this. Do I deserve love? Do I deserve things? Oh, this is horrible. Dude, be gentle with yourself. Be fine and dandy with yourself. I think what helps me a lot, you know what helps me is being bored. Being bored helps. Being bored is the most liberating thing you could possibly do. No, you lucky. I think that helps out more than people want to admit. It's because it gets easier. No, it's going to get worse, but I don't care. I mean, this is somebody that's dealt with myself for years. It will get worse. And that is okay. That is fine. If it gets worse, that is okay. I think acknowledging that it does get worse and still showing up, even if it does get worse, is really okay. Boredom view is bad because you got to train your brain to actually be bored again. Let me explain something here. There's something very good about being bored. It has to be slow and it has to be ugly. That's not good, Jen. That's not good. This world is bad, but you're gonna make it. That's the thing. You gotta remember that even if the world is bad, you're gonna make it. Know what I mean? Yeah, the world is bad, but you will make it. You will make it. Because you got to confront yourself and your thoughts and your inner monologue when you're bored. It's going to be annoying, but it's you, right? It's you. You get to talk to yourself. You have to sit with yourself. You're going to sit with yourself. The moment your mind yawns, You shove a screen in its mouth and pray the algorithm has something shiny to distract you from the existential panic. I think we've destroyed boredom. We took it out back and shot it in the head with a dopamine shotgun is what we've done. There's no time to not be entertained anymore. There's no waiting rooms, bathroom breaks, walking from one room to the next. Every single pause in life has been paved over by TikTok, Twitter, YouTube shorts, and an endless stream of nonsense that feels like candy and chews like glass. You can't just stand still. You gotta scroll. You gotta consume. You have to avoid that awkward silence between you and your consciousness at all costs. But in destroying boredom, you've destroyed imagination. We used to dream in boredom. We used to build castles in our heads, make stories, invent worlds, solve moral dilemmas with sock puppets and chewing gum metaphors. Now we consume someone else's dream, pre-packaged and served on a digital IV drip, while our own creative muscles just go into dust. You think kids can sit and doodle for like an hour like they used to? They'd rather edit a meme than make a monster out of clouds. It's not real. It's so stupid. And the worst part is we need boredom, right? We need boredom. We need it. We need it. I'm just saying, we need boredom. We need that slow crawl of nothingness that forces us to ask, who we want, who we are, where are we going. That's what it is. That's what matters. We need the empty space to panic a little, reorganize the internal filing cabinet, and maybe realize that we're not all okay. Maybe if there's always a scream to fill the cracks, when do you notice the flood? When do you notice the flood? I'm not saying inaction. I'm saying boredom. That's what I'm saying. And he's saying you need to be genuinely bored. That's important. It's a crucial, and it's so good to be bored, to learn in that boredom, to be there with it, to learn and grow and love with it, to love with the boredom, to love the boredom. That's what it is. I'll say this right now. I know. How do I feel? How do I not feel like a freak? I think I have autism, but I do things when everyone treats me weird. I'm diagnosed with stress. My mom says, hold on, I gotta read all this. 1 second. But my mom says, welcome back, Zarudo. Says, I just like to be mean, so am I really just using an excuse to take only hatred? I'm actually reacting the way it's for the aesthetic. If you have something going on with you and you can't control it, then it is real in your reality. Do not let others dictate what you feel in your reality. That is important. I do not know how to not feel like a freak. I'm gonna think of what to do. Maybe realizing that other people aren't looking at you. You know what I mean? Other people aren't caring about what you're doing. People don't care. No one cares about what you're doing. Like, no, it's okay. Like, no one cares about what you're doing. Like, it's important to care about what you're doing, because your family is important. Your family is important in how you develop and how you grow and how you view yourself, because they're your family. They're literally half you. Like your mom and all those other people in your life, it's half of you. And that's important. That's deeply important to how you grow and develop as a human. But what's also important is realizing that they are also, can be also kind of garbage. Your family can suck. Your family can suck hot garbage. And that's a lot of families that suck. A lot of families just suck. I think hopelessness in this world is not dramatic. I think a lot of people feel numb to the reality that they're in, just numb. Sometimes it's when your brain can't handle silence anymore without spiraling. Sometimes it's just when you can't be alone for 2 minutes without clicking something. That's numb. You just want to avoid feeling nothing. And that nothing, that is where hopelessness breeds quietly. It's like mold in a room with no sunlight. I remember we used to watch ants. Like, genuinely watch ants. I don't think people watch ants anymore. I just don't think people do that. We used to, for fun, you sit outside bored out of your mind and follow a single ant across the sidewalk. That was so fun. You'd name it, you write lore. It had a family, a job, maybe even a crush on Aunt Tina. I don't know, whatever you guys did. That's what I did. That was me. It was fun. That was before the internet. That was before this. That was before some guy like me could tell you that you feel bored. That's good. A movie Ants? No, I'm talking about like an actual ant. I think, see, Cops and Robbers. Yeah, Cops and Robbers. Cop and Robbers. Like, we're drowning in infinite scroll and starving for meaning. You hear 100 different opinions. 100 different opinions. I've never done that in any capacity. Game of Tron, you have to be more than your vices. You have to beat your vices. You have to discover what it is to be you. Maybe get off the internet and go outside. Have you considered that? Just going outside for a little bit. Just going outside. Having a fun day. Yeah, just adults want, like, that'd be so fun. Just got kids running around. That'd be fun. You wanna know why people feel hopeless? Why we stopped healing, we stopped being, we only perform being alive now, and it's exhausting. Because every free moment that used to be spent daydreaming is now being rented out to content, because we can't even finish a sentence without checking our phones. Like our thoughts are being held hostage by notifications because we forgot how to be bored. And boredom is the compost in which purpose grows. And this is gonna sound so boomer of me, dude. This is gonna sound so boomer of me. Kids don't even get to be kids anymore. Every 10-year-old is now some brand strategist. Every teenager is a crisis manager for their own digital persona. They can't make any mess ups or anything of that variety because it's gonna be brought back up. At 14, you said the N-word. How do you feel about that? Childhood used to be boredom and bikes and strange violence. Just strange violence. Now it's followers and fear and the inability to sit there for 5 minutes without twitching from withdrawals. It is addiction. It is just addiction. We're trading our ability to think deeply for the ability to consume constantly. The modern brain is like a browser with 72 tabs open and 17 of them are frozen, music playing from nowhere, and a pop-up asking you if you want to subscribe to garbage. And you do. You do subscribe to garbage because you don't have any hope, and hope grows in boredom. That's what happens. That's where dreams begin. That's where your future. That's where you imagine futures. That's where you sit with your sadness long enough to understand it, not to distract from it. But nobody teaches us that. They just sell us the next thing to click, the next high-speed lie that says you're okay as long as you don't stop moving. But sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stop, sit, breathe. Let the silence scream at you until it becomes a song. Let your thoughts come unfiltered, unedited, unmonetized. Let your boredom stretch its legs and run wild. You'll be surprised what it digs up. Maybe an old dream, maybe a future self, maybe peace, because boredom isn't the enemy. It's the womb of innovation, the cradle of introspection, the raw, uncut footage of your soul trying to break through the noise. And if you never get the chance, you'll always feel like something's missing because something is missing, and that something is always you. Be brave enough to be bored. Be controversial enough to not scroll. Be weird enough to sit in silence and think, because this world profits from your distraction. So boredom is the greatest form of protest ever. Stop filling your silence with people like me. Stop it. You're not gaining anything. You gain nothing. Nothing. This game is awesome. Raccoin is the name of the game. Raccoin. Paying my rent? I work a 9 to 5 job at Amazon. None of you are paying my rent. Period. I'm paying my rent through Jeff Bezos' money. That's how I'm paying my rent. So, yeah. I have a job. So, this is actively a side gig. So, YouTube does not pay me enough to quit my job. So, it's always weird because it's hiring season right now. They're hiring like crazy. We've got so many new hires right now, dude. It's stupid. It's dumb. We have so many new hires. It's like the worst feeling on the planet. I hate because I'm a learning ambassador. Ooh, learning ambassador. So I have to train them. It is the worst. I hate training new people so much. Training new people is like the worst feeling on the planet. They're like, how do I do this? What is this? This is different. I didn't at my old job. I don't want to do this, bro. I'm married, dude. The greatest. When it's the entire job. When it's entire job. My job didn't need 3 years of experience.
Pubuttonpoop has donated 1,000 bits and says 1,000. Pubuttonpoop has donated 1,000 bits and says 1,000.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for 1,000 bits. You better figure it out. My fault. I appreciate you. I'm not like everybody else at Amazon that would cheat on their wife. No, I love my relationship. So, bada bing, bada boom. I'm very dedicated to my lover. Hey Rain, what's going on? Lover. Heard them Amazon stories? Man, the people at Amazon are just psychotic. They are gross and vitriolic and nasty and weird. A lot of people at Amazon know me from YouTube, and it's very annoying. It is the worst feeling. It's either YouTube or TikTok. They'll come up to me and say, hey man, I got an idea for one of your videos, man. I got an idea for one. I seen you on Instagram last week, man. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care where you saw me. I'm at work. Let me do my job. Man, why you working here, man? Did y'all don't pay you enough, man? They ain't paying you enough. I thought you get like brand deals and stuff, man. You get brand deals? No. Man, you got a lot of followers though, man. I thought you would have had thousands of people following you, man, cause you got all them followers, man. Just the worst people I've ever encountered. I do not enjoy any of them. They're not fun to talk to. They're vitriolic. They're spiteful. They're angry. They always say they can do better. They say this job needs them. They say, man, I know y'all need me. Y'all need me at this job. Y'all need me. Hey, y'all ain't gonna fire me when they will fire you. They don't need you at the job. They do not need you. You are a dime a dozen. You're not even that good of a worker too. That's the worst part. Dime a dozen, not a good worker. Argues all the time about wearing the headphones. Just bad people all the time. Just hate them. Just don't like any of them. Just old people that shouldn't be working. Like people that blew through their retirement or couldn't maintain a job early in life, and so they can't get retirement. And the worst part is we're going to enter an entire era of people that don't have retirement funds because nobody's keeping a job nowadays. Nobody's working to get a 401k or a pension. I think Coca-Cola is the only company left that does pensions. I think that's it. Just Coca-Cola. I think it's the last one. Supervise there? I don't want to expose myself, but let's say I did supervise there. Let's say I did. Let's say that. It's just, oh my god, people are just. I used to be a district manager for Chuck E. Cheese, and that was also just not good. Not good. That was also bad. Chuck E. Cheese will exclusively hire young girls. That's like their MO. They just love hiring young girls. They're like, we've hired all these young girls at Chuck E. Cheese. Like, cool, you've hired all these young girls at Chuck E. Cheese? Time to make my game crash. I don't think most people are generic and one-dimensional. I think everybody is unique. I think everybody has something to offer and something to present to the table. I've encountered a lot of people, and everybody has something they're passionate about or something they're very varied about. I don't think there's a single person on this planet that is boring. I think it's more unique to find somebody who genuinely does nothing. Everybody has something, and I really do mean this, something they're deeply passionate about. And I love everyone. Everyone has something. I know this. But I'm still better than all of you. But everyone has something. Everyone has something. Everyone. What's mine? That's a great question, Sam. What is mine? What is the thing that I'm passionate about? That's a great question. I like working out. I like working out and making content and reading, and I enjoy hiking. I love hiking a lot. I love talking. I love teaching people. I love seeing people grow. I love witnessing humans in their worst form, in their most feral, disgusting, angry form is amazing. The Prince of Milk is a good book. I'd recommend reading The Prince of Milk by Xervia. This is a phenomenal book. I recommend reading The Prince of Milk. If you ever want to increase your vocabulary, read The Prince of Milk. A lot of copying. We're still here. Outstanding. Can't even do anything right now. Hold on, let me go ahead and just there you go. Make it worse for myself. Make it bigger. There we go. Is this much lag normal? No. I hit essentially a jackpot. Go Fortnite, have a good stream. Always love your content. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Sam. Have a lovely day wherever you are. No sound in the game? Hold on, give me a second. I'll fix that. Golly, let me go to the next screen, please. Thank you. All right, as you were saying, you said there's no sound in the. Oh, there is no sound. Whoops. There is zero sound. You are correct. Nope. Is you? Shortamano. Is you? Nope. Audio devices. Is you? Outstanding. What is the audio device right now? What is this? Is you? There's no sound in the other one. On my Twitch. Hey, what's going on? Hold on. Gotta do something. Ooh. I'll fix it later. Really no interest in fixing it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing. After I get done with these few runs, I'm gonna spend some time with my wife. Yeah, but but TikTok can't hear it. I'm streaming on multiple things right now, so I'm just gonna go. I think I won already, so it doesn't matter. There we go. The game is over. Ta-da. I'm not gonna let this keep going. I recently played Emoji Heap's first album to my father, and he said, "Can we get some manly stuff? Enough of this song. I hate this." And this song, I was trying to share with my father. I don't expect him to like everything, but it made me feel small and insecure. Hear me out. Don't worry about how your father feels about your personal interests. He's from a different generation. Just don't worry about him. I say that's important. You feel dumb now? Why do you feel dumb? What happened, Swift? If I get bad results on results day, should I just apply for Amazon? Hey, it's your decision. You're okay. I want my Cyril's therapy. I'm not a therapist. I'm nobody significant or important in anyone's life. Don't view me as anything higher than just some random guy that you found. Whoops. I don't like viewing myself very highly because it will go deeply into my ego, because I have a big problem with my ego, because I think I'm important all the time. I think I'm the greatest thing that ever exists. So I don't like to take compliments because I'm so egotistical that I don't take compliments from basically anyone because I already compliment myself enough. I'm fine. That's how bad my ego is. It's worse than whatever you're thinking. It's bad. I think it's important to recognize your ego and to not let it consume you and to grow from it. Sometimes with it. Eat them. What is this thing eating? Collapse. The Space Ghost perp. You know, I don't know what that is, and I feel like it's a mumble rap artist. I'm 96% sure if I were to listen to Space Ghost perp, it would be mumble rap. Like 98% sure. I just feel that. Now I could be wrong. And I'm willing to be wrong. Peace. I'm willing to be wrong. But what kind of music is Space Ghost perp? Because just by the name alone, it sounds as if it's complete hogwashing garbage. Just by virtue of the name. But I've been wrong before. Mumble rap is good for dancing? I suppose so. He's definitely a mumble rapper. He's really experimental. It's definitely mumble rap. Let me go ahead and check. I'm gonna check when Space Ghost perp came out. Is what I'll do. I'll do that for you. Space Ghost. He's the father of mumble rap. He's 34 years old. Okay. You know what? It's not bad. I'll give you that. It's not bad. It's not bad music. I'll give you that. You know what? It's not bad. Would I ever go out of my way to listen to it? No. But it's not bad music. I can't rap anymore because I was on antipsychotics and I completely lost that part of my brain. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's just, I just can't. I don't have that ability anymore. Cardi? I don't like Cardi. I don't like any of Cardi's music at all. Made music? No, I didn't make music. I used to be able to rap though, but I can't do anything musically inclined when it comes to rapping, because you know how I speak and I'm able to go for miles and minutes and all that stuff. I can't put that into a flow state anymore. I can't get in the flow state at all anymore. It takes me too long in my brain to actually use the rhythms because my schizophrenia has gotten too bad. So, jippity gobbity goobity. That's what happened. Go ahead and shake everything, go nuts. Cause schizophrenia got too bad. Sucks for me. Oh well. Oh, I can just buy this stuff. Forgot about this stuff over here. My bad. Forgot about you guys. My apology. Why you do Amazon? Well, this is gonna sound really cool. To pay my bills. Because I don't have this doesn't pay me enough. You may not know that. I do it because I need to live. Very, very just a common reason why most people do Amazon is really just to live. That's it. No bigger reason. Not as if I love Amazon. I can't stop rapping. Love to see it. Please don't use Amazon. I work there, so I'm gonna use Amazon because I work there. So a little bit late for that. Just ever so a little bit late. Because their improv skills. Yeah, I would be, but I can't anymore. Is there a cure for schizophrenia? No. Yeah, I have schizoaffective disorder. Is there a cure for schizophrenia? No. I just kind of had to deal with this for the rest of my life. So keep on using Amazon. I am going to keep using Amazon because I work there. So I'm just going to keep using it because I work there. Not really gonna stop using Amazon. Don't really. Is there like a reason I should stop using Amazon? Is there like something happening? Like I'm contributing a lot to it. I think I really don't care. Enjoy, pickle. What I'm saying, is there a reason why you chose to Amazon instead of rather? What is it? I get paid $25 an hour in Michigan, which is basically $50 an hour everywhere else. So my rent's $900 and I get paid $25 an hour. So I don't really see a reason to leave Amazon at all. Period. I just don't really see a reason at all to ever leave Amazon. So that's the reason why I'm at Amazon. It's not like I love the company or anything. UPS has good insurance. That's cool. That's really cool. I don't think Amazon's got pretty okay insurance. I don't know about good, but I say okay. I'd say it's an okay insurance is what I'd say. Says, I'm a constant of practice. Sorry, so you can never fail. Constant of practice. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I think failure is deeply important, though. I think it's important to recognize that you can fail and still grow as a failure. I think people need to fail. I think it's crucial to fail. I would say there's no more important task in your life than learning that when you fail, it is not the end, and that failure is merely a stepping stone of everything. Failure is very important. What kind of things do I need in life? Someone to love me. I have that. Toilet, pretty important. pretty cool. I think toilets are probably like top 3 things I need. Wouldn't be really far without a toilet. Outside of toilets, Gurren Lagann. What's more important than toilets? Let me think. Oh, did you real time? Nice. That'd be kind of annoying for a lot of people, no? Would people enjoy having a clown noise? Like, give me something good. Max 5, let's go. Give me something incredible. Hold up a second. Be kind of goated if I lose right here. What do you got for me? 40 extra coins. Outstanding. I think I have an ultimate shake left. Money probably more important than toilet paper. Maybe. I think toilet paper is pretty important though. Toilet paper is like top tier to me. Maybe I'm just a guy. Go crazy. Oh, I can do this. Go nuts. Prize ball. Mass change. Mass doll. Don't think I got anything left in the tank this run, do I? Shook too much. Oh well. Alright, we're all good here. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll be back probably later tomorrow, maybe? I don't know. I'll be back probably later tomorrow. I gotta make a video to piss people off. Peace.